Hi, everybody. This is Karen Sullivan at Life Health More, and I am really glad to be here with you today. And it is May, and here in St. Louis, it's sunny and gorgeous. And I am having a great time knowing that summer is upon us, and this is May, and here we're doing Food Month. Everybody likes to talk about food. So we're going to spend the entire month talking about food. And I thought today that I would start off with the foods of summer and things that we love the best. Now, why do I do this? Well, I'm a personal trainer and I am interested in helping everybody become the very best version of themselves. And in 2018, the focus is love your life. You want to be younger, feel younger, look younger, and be vivacious. And that's what I am here to help you with. So we have several things that we offer here at Life Health More on Facebook. And I also have a webpage called lifehealthmore.net. And you are welcome to go there for advanced training and to see the things that I have, my approach to fitness. It all started with the book, The Zen of Weight Loss, that was written back in 2012, I believe we published. And it's about a mindful and livable approach to fitness, which is, I believe, the only way that you can do it. And the companion journal to that is called Your Perfect Food Plan. Now, both of these books are available like at barnesandnoble.com and also on Amazon.com. So I welcome you to try to get a copy, read through it, and understand the things. And if you're not going to do that, well, lifehealthmore.net will give you that same kind of information. My approach is a little bit different than when it comes to fitness. I am an affiliate program that I have is with Shackley Corporation, and I am a distributor. And I totally believe in the science behind the products. The company's over 60 years old, and so that is another avenue of aid and balance to help balance your whole fitness program that I really recommend. But we're going to talk about summer foods for today. Okay, let's go back to that. And we all have the fruits and vegetables that are available at this time of year, and farmers markets are starting to open, and it's great to be able to go and buy the produce that has been grown and cultivated in your own backyard. Maybe not literally your backyard. I worked this year. This weekend I worked on my garden and pulled the weeds and set up my trellises, and I don't have my plants yet. I need to do that and get them in. But we had such cold weather all through April. I'm grateful that I didn't jump the gun and try to do that earlier, because it would have been really impossible to try to keep those plants alive with as cold as it got down in the 30s at night. So I didn't do that. But now I'm going to get it started. And then I supplement my garden with the things that I buy at a farmer's market in our area. And I know that they're all over the place, because when there's patches of land, people are trying to get that fresh produce into their own homes and your homes as well. So don't forget about always try to be fresh as you can do, and colorful with vegetables. Okay. Now, fruits, it's a little bit harder to grow the trees and have the trees in your backyard. Would be delightful, but that's something that you really have to rely on the farmer's market for. But along with those vegetables, this is the time of year that everybody likes to take the cooking outside and to do it on grills, and to do it with even smokers. And people are doing, and we've got gas grills versus charcoal grills. And I just have to say, I didn't break down the whole whether gas is better than charcoal, and the charcoal for your body and that kind of a thing. But what I did look into was the controversy surrounding cooking on a grill, and that there is the science behind it is that there are chemicals that are produced first in the smoke that comes off of the fats that drip onto the coals or onto the heating element in a gas grill, and they let the smoke that comes off is PAH, and it stands for, I have to read this, polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons. Okay, The second half of cooking over a grill of any nature is that the charred parts of it are supposed to have a heterocyclic amines, amines, it's HCA. Now, both of those things, there is the belief and the understanding that they cause cancer in rats. And there are some suggestions that it does transfer into human beings, and that it's not really good for you to eat charcoal foods. And that also includes like the smoky flavors that are on your in the smokers. When you put the chips in, the wood chips in, and create this smoke, that it's supposed to cause these chemical reactions in food. Now, the scientists that study food, this is the one thing that they have said about it. And I was reading a whole lot of reports about it saying, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad, you really shouldn't do it. In the least, you should cut the charred black parts off of the meats and not eat that at all. So I finally ran across the magazine article online, Bon Appetit, from them, and they were a fantastic article, because they were saying, well, this is the bad part, that there is some evidence in food science that they have found a way to combat that other than just cutting the charcoal parts off of it. And what they found was, they found it at the University of Hawaii, that marinating your food, there were foods that you could use to help you in it sort of negated or equal out the effects of the charcoal and the grilling. Now, that's an interesting thing, but if you're talking about chemical equations, that there is a way to take something, let's discuss pH, although this is not about pH, okay? So you remember that this is a different thing, but in any chemical reaction, if you have, it goes over to one side, like if your pH goes really acidic, you can add elements to it to turn it back to more, oh golly, isn't that terrible? So the other way, so it's more alkaline, okay, to get it so it's balanced. The same thing in this case. And so that study found that using things like, rosemary, garlic, onion, isn't that interesting? Honey, tart cherries. Those were just 5 of the different things that they talked about using to help and make the food healthy. And the way you do it is you marinate it. So there were two different marinades that were recommended. One that was a Hawaiian, like teriyaki. Okay, so it had the pineapple in it and the Hawaiian, and then the garlic and the rosemary and those sorts of things. And the other was an Indian turmeric garlic marinade, were the 2 different kinds that they specifically stated from the University of Hawaii. I'm looking at my notes here, and those things would help it. Now, I don't know about you, but those sound like fantastic flavors to put in our meats. What do you think? So I found a recipe that is for a grilled Mediterranean salmon kebabs. Fantastic. And it had zucchini, tomatoes, and they used the grape tomatoes or the cherry tomatoes, and the 1-inch chunks of salmon, and then pepperoncinis and olives mixed into it. And then you would put the Mediterranean spices like the onions and garlic and rosemary and those sorts of things. And well, I don't want to give it all away, because I want you to ask me for that recipe. Okay, I want you to comment in below. Yes, send me the recipe. You can either do it in comments, or you can do it in the messenger on Life Health More, and I would be glad to send you that recipe. It's terrific. And well, I haven't eaten it yet, but the combination sounds fantastic. So get that recipe, and then that way you can do it and then report back to me about what you thought. Now, I also thought that it would be nice to serve it. When you eat the kebabs, you always push, well, I do. I don't eat the stick. Push all of the produce and the meats and everything off onto the plate. And then I think to complete the Mediterranean picture, it would be great to sprinkle a little bit of feta cheese on top of it. That sounds great to me. For those of you that don't like feta, try some goat cheese. That might be a wonderful thing for you to do. So remember that the foods of summer are an excellent opportunity for you to be able to try to get yourself on point with your exercise and diet program, because there's no better time. You don't need the heavy duty stuff. It's too hot to have pastas and heavy breads and those sorts of things. There's nothing better than a burger or a piece of chicken, grilled chicken, without any kind of bread with it. Try it. The bread doesn't have to be the center of the meal. The bread doesn't even have to be a part of the meal. And you can enjoy with your friends as you sit around and taste the different combination of herbs and spices. So that's a pretty short show today. I'm sorry, there's not too much more I can say about it, but I do have this recipe for you. Please try to be the very best version of yourself. Please try to include your friends in this awakening that we have about food for the month of May. So share it, tag your friends, and get the word out. I know and I love the hearts and the thumbs up that I've been getting, but please make sure that you go ahead and make the comments and share it on your timeline, because that's the way more people are going to see it. And for today, I'd have to say that's about it. Have a wonderful day. Take care now.